How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Where you at? Where you at? How y'all doing this morning? Happy Martin Luther King Day. Happy Martin Luther King birthday. All right. Time to give a little round of applause. Happy birthday to Dr. Martin Luther King, right? Today's the day that we celebrate MLK Day in the United States, and I just want to thank you guys for joining me. This is OG Red Dog. This is Devin Lockett, president of Biomed RX Incorporated. I haven't made an OG Red Dog video in a while, and I'm going to make an OG Red Dog video now because we got to talk about what's going on. We got to talk about what's happening with the Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb situation. And yeah, I know, that's kind of funny. And we got to also talk about the new Black Panther Party. What a joke. Anyway, I guess you can kind of tell the way I feel about them. Or maybe we should play this. Black Panther Party. From the president of the Black American Party, I'm disappointed in you. Anyway, a big fart out to the Black American Party. How about that? So first we're going to talk about what happened between Corey Holcomb and Antoine Daniels. You know, these are two brothers that I kind of have an affinity for, a great respect for, both of them. And you know, I can kind of see where both of them are coming from. I really can. I definitely can. I mean, I'm OG Red Dog right here in LA. I understand the perspective from which Corey Holcomb is speaking. And I'm also, I guess some people consider me conservative in some sense. I'm not really sure. But I also understand Anton Daniels' point of view on a lot of things. Now, you know, as a person, I may have some critiques for Anton. As a person, I may have some critiques for Corey Holcomb too. But we'll discuss that as we view this this video here. So let me see. I could either do a screen capture, or we can go over to the display scene. Display scene is kind of, I'm not really sure if I want to mess around with the display scene. Let's see here. Give me a minute here. Let me get this scene together. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to introduce it into this window as a window capture. Why not? Why not? Let's see. Okay. Give me a minute, people. Thank you for joining. There we go. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that now. And let me put my camera right. Give me 1 second, people. I'll be with you very shortly. There we go. Office camera 1. I just have to get my camera positioned right. All right, bam. All right, now here we are, and I needed to straighten this. I got to straighten this a little bit more, but at least you guys are watching me here. Let's see here. Window capture. Yeah, okay. And let's see if I can resize this Control Z. Window capture 3. And let's see if I can resize this or reposition this a little bit so y'all can see Corey a little bit better. We're going to watch the original video here, man. Because I keep, every time I look up, I try to find the video. I keep finding commentary and other people's reactions. And I don't want to, I'm selfish, right? I'm very selfish when it comes to my audience. And I don't really want to get you guys to hear my reaction and everybody else's reaction. I want you to just hear my reaction, right? So here we are, okay? There we go. Let's shrink this down. Get this in the middle. This has never been so challenging as it is right now. I don't know why. I guess it's just because I decided to go live today. But OBS Studio does not seem to want to act right. Okay. All right, so window capture, okay. Window capture, bring it down. Oh, it's still too big. Hold on, people. I know you love me. I know you love me. So basically, we're having a clash of culture. All right, I can talk to y'all while I'm straightening this out. We're having a clash of culture here. And this is a clash of culture that really had to happen. It's really kind of long overdue. And it's not done. You know how you have one of those fights with your significant other or with a family member or with someone who you love, and you love each other and you have a respect for each other, and so you do your best to settle it out amicably, or at least to lower the temperature, but you know that it's not resolved. You know the issues are not resolved, right? You're just lowering the temperature. You just have enough respect for each other to say, hey, look, I know that if we continue on in this path that we're going to cause permanent damage to our relationship, and I don't want to cause permanent damage to our relationship. So we're going to have this fight in pieces. Well, that's what I believe is happening right here between Corey and Anton. I do believe these brothers have an honest and sincere amount of respect for each other. I really do believe. In fact, I think a lot of the fear that they both displayed throughout this interaction showed that they do have respect for each other, but they're coming from two very distinct and different points of view and perspectives. Anton, his heart is in the right place, and his head is in the right place, and he's having to kind of walk in both worlds because he's trying to appeal to people who still follow what Jason Whitlock calls prison culture. I don't really know if that's the term, but it is the hood culture, it is the bravado culture, it is the machismo culture, and you gotta make up your mind when you're sitting down to debate or argue with someone. What are you arguing, and what is your point? In other words, are you trying to prove that you're smarter, or are you trying to prove that you're tougher? Because you really can't be both. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100 with you. You can't be both. You can't be the smartest guy and the toughest guy on the block. You really can't. Trust me, I've been trying. And so one of them is going to lose. One of them is going to be sacrificed. One of them is going to you can't serve two masters.
The toughest guy on the block. You really can't.
Him is going to. I have to continue adjusting this thing. But in the meantime, I want to start this video. I want you guys to start checking out Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show with Anton.
/ comedy show, but I got something different for y'all. Come check me out, House of Blues, January 18th, Las Vegas, Nevada.
This is the Lake Edward Woods real estate market report for September of 2025. My name is
DOGRT, for people who don't know.
Thank you for that. Oh my God, not the full thing.
I was on time, I'm gonna just say that.
Hey,
Yes,
we
sir.
expected it. I already knew. That's why I got here almost on time.
I was on time.
My man. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of y'all know. We said he was coming. Anton in the house. Hey man, let me tell you something. I'm so glad you're here. Because people need to see a clash like this. Not a clash within something bad, just people who got something to say, like what you say and what I say. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really interesting.
And we had a great conversation too. We had time before you got here, so we had a great
I
conversation.
buttered her up, so
You don't need to go.
I made sure that she felt good about this.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to butter.
We're still trying to get Shannon Sharp on here, so Darlene can have something to do after the show. This should be great.
Oh, brother. Too old. That man don't want this.
Well, I know.
Your chat think they tough. I noticed
They
that.
think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We see
charging them up.
we see
Uh-oh, here we
we
go.
see worse. You know, I don't pay attention to niggas that don't got no profile picture.
You know, I always
I promise to God, bro.
And they scared to step forward.
I don't pay attention. I think them type of niggas jerk off in their socks.
Yeah.
Well, now they've gotten so savvy where they can actually put a picture, but you open it up and it's like, oh, no post, no nothing. It's like, oh, okay.
We don't take that serious.
Exactly. Keyboard cowards is what I call them.
Somebody say what Craig got here on time out. Craig had a show, folks.
That's right.
Craig going out here doing his thing.
Papa Craig.
But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know we ain't gonna be able to get to it all, but
We gonna try?
there's so much to say. I gotta ask you this, just off top.
I'm with it.
How do you feel? Because we ain't gonna do all politics, because that ain't what the show
We
about.
gotta get there though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want you to miss no points.
Alright, I'm with it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons?
I
I'm
think
talking
that's
about
part
this
of the
nation,
game.
the U.S.
That's a part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand. Do you think?
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mhm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
Like what? Give me an example.
like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
Yeah, the transatlantic slave trade.
You're a smart man.
Right. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You saying all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
They just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
was slavery in the United States before?
Slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact.
It's pretty deep.
Now,
Pretty deep.
the thing that's a problem with it is that, and this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you mean?
What do y'all want? Like, cause y'all complaining about it over and over again, and I'm trying to understand what is it that y'all looking for. What is gonna help
the
y'all?
whole thing that has happened?
Because I'm solutions oriented. And I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through. Like, you've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't understand. What are you saying?
Because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes. Definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
But do you
That's
understand,
a fact.
Do you understand that it's made like that on purpose? The position,
That's the system. The system against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Who's my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
Black
that.
is a construct. They told you that she was black.
Okay, well,
That's
brown.
how you start
Brown
believing.
then.
No.
Yeah,
We not brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first.
So now we're talking about an identity issue, all right? Because they're trying to get to the yoke, right? They're trying to get to the yoke of the situation, and the yoke is that Corey holds on to a leftist. He may not realize it, a leftist, liberal, or at least a mentality that is the product of the influence of leftism and liberalism on the black community. And the core of that is victimization. The core of that is, the almighty, ever-present white boogeyman is oppressing me and oppressing everybody. And we have to take a stance of being the rebel. Sometimes the rebel without a cause, being the rebel and or the victim, right? That there are some character flaws or inherent moral inferiority to the quote-unquote white man that apparently has enough power to oppress them even though they're morally inferior. It's nihilistic. It's a nihilistic point of view. Anton is taking a little bit too simplistic of an approach to say that he is a Christian. Yes, okay, you're a Christian, and you're taking things from you're taking life from a Christian perspective. You're approaching life from a Christian perspective, and I can appreciate that. But don't hide behind it. Don't hide behind Jesus, right? Don't use Jesus as a shield, because maybe not everything that you do or say is Christian, and maybe not everything that you represent is from a Christian perspective. But let's continue.
I don't claim none of that other shit. You're not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't fuck with all white people. Why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black?
Okay.
And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay, well, hey, trust me, brother. You white people. Let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks. But I am from Chicago,
And I'm from Detroit.
It was Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles, and a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
We was taught everything that you know on this earth was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart, it was taught to you.
you say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
Wow.
This is why.
Where am I racist? I don't know a lot of racism in me. But
Absolutely.
maybe you can show me something I don't know.
We gonna get there.
I wanted
We'll
you
get
guys
there.
to start the show off in your own like.
No. When Brother Anton Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things,
Yeah,
but
we
I
talked
believe
about that.
we can have a conversation like men. It's like a lot of stuff he said right now I disagree with so much. But
Both of
I'm
us.
going to try to make a point because I have the hopes. I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not.
And
blind
I
to
have the
something.
hopes that I'm gonna get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything that you speak of is a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker.
Right.
That's who I am.
I'm with it.
That's a
I
shot.
don't like
That's a
slick
shot.
That's the first thing we
First
agree on.
shot. First shot
Okay,
fired.
good. I'm glad we
First
got
shot
that.
fired.
But I get labeled all the time. I was talking to a young lady on the phone the other day, and she said, "I know you hate the what's the lady who calls herself a doctor? I'm blanking right
Oh
now.
my God.
Dr. Bryant." And I'm like, I don't hate nobody. Where do you get hate from? And then I was on the internet. Every once in a while, I look at the pages that use my likeness and image and everything, and I listen to some of the stuff they said, and I was called bitter, and I don't know how to get money. But anyway, coincidentally, today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet well and get money.
Facts.
Well, you see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like everything comes in its season for a man like me. I don't say I got all the answers to everything, but I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate. That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you're saying, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
And it would be boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
Excuse me, ma'am. You need a mic, ma'am. You can ask on the mic. Goddamn.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
no, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people, like straight up hate white people, and it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to,
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
the main way that
They
they
need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite
But
honest.
see, that's what I was gonna say. That's the argument that black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wanted to become the president of the United States of America for the second time, almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. and he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fonnie Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct, and if it's all about white people, and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
So how would you purify water in case of a blackout? I boil it. Boiling kills bacteria, but it doesn't remove it.
No. Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him.
Fuck who?
Barack Obama and his wife. We fuck with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this
So
point.
absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people.
I don't understand why Corey laughs
at
at
the
that.
party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for, as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. I'm telling you,
You don't fuck with the backdoor shit.
I don't.
I don't either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
because this is backdoor Republicans.
And we were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what.
I agree.
Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties on a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really? You finna say there's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay, so
He's got a good point there.
No difference.
I'm gonna tell you this,
He's got a good point there.
and you don't have to believe me, but I'm just telling you.
I'm listening.
The people in charge are not Democrats or Republicans. Kamala Harris is allowed to do whatever she's done.
We get that.
This new president, he's allowed to do whatever he is willing to do, or they allow him to do. Everything is allowed. There are people in charge of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're going to keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in the local elections.
Well, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it. We have a less.
I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go. You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess some.
This is a good time to pause and talk, okay? Because this is showing a very, very big split in Black American culture, okay? Corey has allowed his cynicism to devolve into nihilism and a basic mistrust of the system. And if you think that voting is a sucker move, it's only taking like one afternoon of your time, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, there is a chance that it might not be counted and it may be a completely corrupt system. But in a slight chance that it does work the way it's designed to work, is it really too much? Does it really take too much time out of your schedule for you to just go ahead and vote, participate in the system? You see, this is nihilism. The belief that nothing is sacred. And this is where Corey Holcomb and myself and Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels first expressed their primary philosophical difference. Okay? To believe that voting is not worth it, that's nihilism, right? That's nihilism. But that right there is an essential element of how this conversation went off the rails. And these brothers kind of got into some behavior that is a little shameful for both of us, for all of us.
I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no sucker shit. I'm gonna show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant,
we had Republican presidents, we had Democratic presidents, we in the same joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if
It
it's
matters.
local.
It matters.
If you
It
vote,
absolutely
that
matters.
means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your ancestors
It's so funny to
didn't do it like this. Because people went to war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president. It's all sucker shit.
Okay, now, the whole thing about 30 felonies being the president, that's a Democrat talking point. So if you're going to be a leftist, Corey, you should claim it, man. You should claim it. Because you are representing leftism. You are representing liberalism. You are representing progressivism. Corey, I love you, brother, but you yourself are the product of a single mother household. You have the emotional stance of a man that's been raised by a woman, the gangbanger, right? The guy that's ready to go off and throw his life away and crash out and be stupid. And yeah, you got a good threaten game. You got a good fight threat game. But nobody really knows how a fight's going to turn out until the fight starts. Right? Okay, so it really only comes down to who's afraid of getting punched in the face. And you got to watch it, man, because African American society has had corporeal punishment for a long time. Now, you can say that's a legacy from slavery. I don't know what it is, but I know that black parents don't take shit. And growing up as a child in a black household, you may get spanked. And you never know who's afraid of violence. When you're selling these wolf tickets, when you start coming with this, trying to have an intellectual argument, but at the base of it is your bravado, your badassedness, your tough guy-ness, the threat of violence. That's showing that you're a leftist, you're a liberal, you were raised by your mama. You're sitting here complaining about how many felonies Donald Trump has. You're a man. You're a black man. Why are you bitching about felonies and how many felonies a man has? Do you have a crime? Do you have a jacket? Do you have anything in your history? Because you act like you're the baddest motherfucker on earth. Later on in the video, you turn around and say you never been to jail, but you can tell Corey's never been to jail. Well, you never been to jail either, so what the fuck is the point of even making that? You see, you got that spirit of the I'm so bad, I'm a G, I'm a gangster, I'm from this. Who cares what city you're from? as if all of the great fighters in the black society come from specific cities. Who cares where you're from? Who cares where you're from? Anyway, let's get back to this. But this is where the primary philosophical distinction between Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels came about. Corey Holcomb is a victim, and he only sees himself through the perspective of being a victim. And the only solution, and he's obviously disempowered because he doesn't feel as though there's any hope to vote. Well, if you don't feel as though there's any hope to vote, then you don't feel as though there's any hope of you changing the conditions within which you live. And if you are hopelessly resigned to that, then that makes you by definition a nihilist. Nihilist. Look it up. Look it up. Talk to ChatGPT and find out what nihilism means. Because it is that belief that nothing is sacred that is at the core of all of the toxicity and that plagues the black community. Little food for thought.
War every day is just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
It's
We need
here.
physical war.
It's not.
Until motherfuckers ready to jump it off,
It's not.
we gon'
Notice how Darlene is actually agreeing with him, who's taking an intellectual stance, and what Anton's saying is absolutely right. And now Corey is actually retreating into being a knuckle dragger, into saying, "Oh, well, now we need physical wars." Well, see, that is saying that as a black man, I have plausible stupidity, or it is my right to be anti-intellectual, or it is my right to be reductive and to think of things in very simplistic, cryptic terms. And it is actually part of my charm and my swagger and my appeal as a black man that I choose not to entertain complex thoughts. You don't have plausible stupidity. You don't have the right to be stupid just because you're black, Corey. And you don't have the right to be simple-minded just because you're black. Shut up and listen to what Anton is saying, bro.
always be talking. But see, real gladiators don't talk. Real gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators,
Real gladiators.
we are under control right now. We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Listen.
What are you under control by?
It ain't. You under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know.
Why do you think that Ice Age was able to shoot
I
that
want to know
motherfucker?
what he. Hold on. Let's be.
Defeatism. Understand defeatism. 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 Yes, that's the belief that you are defeated. That is holding on to a philosophy of having been defeated and hopelessness and helplessness. And so therefore, you are disempowered from making any effective changes in the world. The ICE agent was able to shoot a woman in the face because the powers that be are so powerful over you and so powerful over your entire existence that without you knowing, they had a secret meeting and decided that now it's okay to start shooting people in the face, whether it's right or wrong. You see, this is the thing. This is what gives birth to the nihilism that make niggas act in contrary, in a way that's contrary to their best interests.
Be real. Fuck that woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the ICE agents.
And there we go. I'm the street. I'm from this city. I'm from that city. I'm so bad. I'm so hood. I've been to jail. Okay.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tap to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets,
That's petty.
That don't count to me. I don't.
Well, that's what should count.
I don't get
Because
it.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they can get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you do about it.
There you go. Now, if you can just agree with me on that, then we have a basis of agreement that we are helpless, that we're hopeless, that we're helpless to this. All you got to do is agree to being as helpless to the white man as I feel that I am. As long as you just agree that you're there with me, that we're helpless and hopeless, and if a cop shoots us, that we just niggas and we can't do nothing about it. And that's what he's doing. Look at the look on his face. You see? So he takes an expression, he takes a situation. You know, yeah, of course, we've had unjust cop shootings and Black Lives Matter incidents and all this other thing, right? I'm not saying the truth or untruth of that. I think Anton's answer that it depends on the situation was absolutely right. But what Corey is fishing for here is an admission of victimhood from Anton. So he figures, I've got a situation here now. If you get shot by a cop, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So basically, if you were to stand up and disagree with what I'm saying, now you're the Uncle Tom. You're the Sambo. You're defending a cop who just shot you.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong?
This is so insane.
It's insane.
I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Is that a lie? This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm going to answer the question.
Okay.
I'm going to answer the question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this. The majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time because it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not. I don't think you do that all the time.
Well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me?
I'm talking about liberal language and literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single
female, the biggest
literally white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the court.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them. Because if you go against them, it'll be some video and you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
Now, wait a minute. Okay. When I say them, I'm talking about your boss. That's kind of uncalled for, Corey, because Antoine obviously works for himself, man. I mean, the guy's got money. I don't know if he's got as much money as he claims to have, but he's got some real estate. I don't think he's working for a particular boss. And so basically, you're saying that because he's not coming out with this illogical, irrational, militant, reactionary victimhood perspective that from which you're speaking, that there is some fictitious white man, and I know when you say to the boss, you're talking about white, that there is some fictitious white man out there that is his boss that he is trying not to offend. That's a little bit, that's taking it kind of far, man, because you're trying to emasculate him. You're trying to emasculate him and saying that he's afraid of some other man, and that other man does not exist. If the man's got real estate and he has his own business, that other man doesn't exist.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that. But here's the
I don't have a
truth.
boss.
It's the reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as a downfall
I'm
of
an
it?
equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men
Well, you
since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening. I've been
listening to you. I hear you talking.
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You're too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you're talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America?
Now you see, there is merit on both arguments here. Okay, there is merit on both arguments here because I understand what Corey is trying to say after observation of Anton. Anton is very critical of black culture, very critical of black people, and very critical of white liberal women. And I don't recall having heard a criticism of conservative white men or the racism of white men in our society as being detrimental. You're absolutely right, and I agree with Corey here. Okay, this is a Corey clap here. I agree with Corey here on this particular point. I think what Corey is trying to articulate that he may not be able to articulate as effectively as he's trying to do is that the overall tone of Anton Daniels is that he is a panderer, that he is pandering to white conservatives, or at least he wants to maintain the respect of white conservatives. I don't know what the demographics are of his audience, and I don't even know if he knows. Maybe he knows. He probably knows. He seems like a smart brother. He seems like the kind of brother that would actually know the stats on his YouTube channel. But the reality is he didn't articulate it as well as I would have, right? I understand where he's trying to go with this, right? I understand where Corey's trying to go with this, but he didn't articulate it as well as he should have. And I think both of them are a little bit too tied into trying to serve two masters. You're trying to be the smartest guy in a debate, and you're trying to be the toughest guy in the debate. As black men, right, our masculinity is very, 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 very important to who we are. It's very much ingrained in who we are. And so I challenge my brothers to try to stay a little bit toward the intellectual side of the argument and let the machismo go, because the machismo is only going to hurt pride. It's only going to bruise egos. It's only going to make people want to buck up, which is eventually what happens here.
Bring it down. I'm not getting into that. You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass. But I don't do that in front of me, because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody. Yes, you are.
I'm cutting it at a very, 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 very important point. We're going to back it up again. Okay. Now, Corey, I understand and I agree with you where you're coming from again, right? But now we're getting into some dangerous territory, because we're getting into some things that could be construed as sexual. I know kissing ass is not a sexual thing. I know that we always talk about brown nosing and how the guy on the job has got a brown nose because he's a brown noser, because he's an ass kisser, and the head nurse is the one with the knee pads and all the rest of this. I understand that. Ass kissing is ass kissing, and even children talk about don't kiss the teacher's ass or whatever. I get it. But it also has a sexual meaning. It has a sexual meaning. Putting your lips on the buttocks of a person could be considered a sexual act. And so remember, we're fighting two battles here. We're fighting the intellectual battle and the machismo battle. And you shouldn't be doing that at the same time. All right? I'm a black man. I understand. That's the way we talk. That's the way we deal with each other. I know we are a race of alpha men, and we have a lot of testosterone. I get it. And I appreciate my brothers for that. Both of them. However, there is the potential for it to blow up. And that's what happened here. So let's see what Corey says in response.
You suck the dick of white people right now. What are white males responsible for in this country as a downfall?
Equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men.
And I want y'all to watch Darlene's face throughout this. I love Darlene. She's a trip.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You're too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? What did I miss?
Okay. Now, well, let's go through it. I'm gonna save this comment for later.
But you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America? I'm not bringing it down.
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian male's ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of white people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, let me tell you something. I don't suck dick. Yeah, you do. So fix it right now. I don't suck dick.
Now see here, the situation could have been it could have gone either way, and it did go kind of in a bad way, right? But you could see Darlene's reaction to when he stepped it up a notch from kissing ass to sucking dick. Yeah, there is a line there. It's not even a thin line; it's a thick line. Okay, I gave the warning shot about kissing ass potentially being a sexual reference. Sucking dick is definitely a sexual reference. Now, I gotta admit, black culture, contemporary black culture, does have a peculiar obsession with homosexuality, and so we tend to go a little bit too extreme beyond the expression of kissing someone's ass. We say, "Oh man, you dick riding, or you slobbing, or you doing this, or you doing that," right? So it isn't uncommon for us to go beyond kissing ass to more graphic expressions of insults, right? But right here on camera in front of everybody, right? Now you're bruising egos, you're actually costing following. These guys both are making thousands of dollars a month from YouTube because of their following. Now it's got pride involved. This would be the perfect opportunity. This would have been the perfect opportunity for Anton Daniels to just say, "Hey man, if you don't want me to say you suck dick, then don't say I kiss ass. And let's keep it on topic. Just leave it there. Right? But you cannot emasculate me by saying I kiss Caucasian men's ass and then say that I don't have the right to say that you suck dick." So I understand Anton's point and I understand Corey's point. But it should have never gone there because they were trying to have two different debates at the same time. One of intellect and the other of machismo.
You doing it right now.
Believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no sucky shit.
I'm going to give you the same thing what you send me.
I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking.
You say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either.
Okay, but that gay shit,
I don't give a fuck about you.
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
Right here.
Put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, now. This is embarrassing. This is something that really should have never happened. This is embarrassing to Corey. This is embarrassing to Anton. This is embarrassing to me. This is embarrassing to black men. This is embarrassing to foundational black Americans. This is embarrassing to a lot of people. All right? Corey, you shouldn't have got up. You shouldn't have closed the distance. You close the distance, bruh. You don't know what's going to happen. Because just to come up in my face like that, that's technically assault. You ain't got to touch somebody to assault them, right? Now, you coming up in a man's face, you're within 18 inches. You're within 1.5 feet. That means that you have invaded his personal space. Okay? He has the right to consider that a threat. He has the right to swing on you. I'm proud of Anton for not swinging, and I'm proud of you for not swinging, right? I'm actually proud of both of you because this is heat. You brothers are experiencing some real heat right now, and what's really going on, if you really back this up, and I'm going to back this up and show it again. If you really back this up and show it again, you can see the boundaries being pushed back and forth and back and forth. Right? This isn't 100% in Corey's favor. This isn't 100% in Anton's favor. This is an honest to goodness fight. This is a fight. All right? I'm proud of you, brothers.
I'm gonna respect you. Dance around it. Dance around it.
No.
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I come out here to have a conversation.
We good.
Now, see, Corey is conceding like a man. He's handling this shit like a man. But he's not backing down like a man either. I'm proud of him. And you know, the thing is, right, Jason Whitlock said that this is a conversation that had to take place. And it is a conversation that had to take place. Because I have, you know, I've done my street. And I've done my, you know. I've done what I had to do, right? And I've also gone the intellectual route, right? And I understand, right? I understand. I understand being on both sides of the coin, right? You are still a man and you're not going to let somebody punk you. And just because someone claims hip-hop culture or prison culture does not mean that they're necessarily bad, right? And just because somebody might be bad doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be scared of them, right? Right? Like when I grew up, you know, somebody would say, "Oh, I'm not scared of you." Our response would be, "You ain't got to be scared to get your ass kicked." You know what I mean? But that's what's going on right here, and you can see that the bravado now. Corey is coming to the realization that, hey, man, look, if you expected Corey, if you expected him to take it as an expression, as a form of expression when you said he kisses the ass of white Caucasian men, then you got to take it as an expression when he says you suck the dick. Now, you can turn around and say, yo, man, sucking dick is a little bit too extreme, and I understand where you're coming from with this, right? But don't turn this into a situation where you're trying to punk him out and you're trying to show who could punk who out, because that does not mean that that person won the debate. It just means that that person was able to intimidate the other person. And you're not able to intimidate Anton. And trying to prove that he's not willing to fight when you're bucking up to him in front of cameras so that it will destroy his channel and it will destroy your channel. That kind of crashing out, throwing your whole fucking life away, that's just stupid. If what you want is a physical fight, let's get off the cameras and fight so that we can preserve our careers. But if I'm not willing to throw my career away, my YouTube channel away, that doesn't make me soft. That doesn't make me a punk. It just makes me too smart to do some dumb shit and to throw my career away.
But we good.
Y'all
We good. I did already. I don't need this sucking shit.
Microphone right now. Right now I'm going up back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Oh,
There you
just
go.
run your mouth.
There you go. You're not bossing up. You're not bossing up on me, and he's come with this. I just did. So in other words, I'm the alpha, you're the beta, because I came in your face and you didn't say shit. So now we're back to a motherfucking black grammar school, right? Now we're talking about what goes on a grammar school, right? On the back of the bus, right? Oh man, he stepped on your shoes and you ain't even do nothing, man. Man, you a punk, man. He got up in your face, man, and you ain't even do nothing, man. Come on, man, really? 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 Are we men?
I'm not running my
You run your mouth. I don't do
You
no
doing this shit for the internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
if you want to say Anton,
I'm saying,
don't
I'm gonna let
disrespect
you
me like
finish.
that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you. But don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I'll let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm gonna extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name, you said some wild shit, especially with regard to how I call this nigga out his name. Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get to disrespect.
I got a question for bro.
Okay.
No, hold on 1 second. Hold on, we just getting loud. I ain't getting loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this my show. This my show.
Cool, but I'll take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking. I don't dick suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking shit again, nigga.
You're not gonna
come at me with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We going back right now. Okay. We going back right now. I'm with you.
There we go. If he's asking you to step outside and take it outside like a gentleman, why are you dropping the microphone and trying to invite him to crash out, throw his show away, and you throw your show away? Just because you don't mind, just because you so self-destructive, just because you have such a low sense of self-worth, that you don't mind taking everything that you've worked for and throwing it away in front of the camera because you don't want to lose face in front of the camera. And this man is inviting you to fight. He's inviting you to fight. Now, personally, Anton should have stepped outside and waited for your ass. I'm just saying. He should have stepped outside and waited for your ass. But then y'all would have canceled the show and made it look like he ran outside and he punked whatever. Okay? But this shouldn't have even gone that far. All right? And Corey is obviously embarrassed. We're going to rewind this and watch it again.
I bet you won't say that shit. We go back right now. I got money for all this. Whatever. I got money too. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Hey,
No, it's not respect.
I ain't falling for the. I ain't falling. Don't leave. Get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie.
Now he gonna try to express his motherfucking masculinity on a woman because he just confronted a man who's not afraid of him, a man who he can't intimidate. And you can see the look on Darlene's face. Look at her. She's right. You're right, girl. You're right. Let's get a good, nice fart on Corey and shit. Corey, your balls just got busted, man. You ran up on the dude and he didn't back down. He didn't punk out the way you thought he would. And then when you start dropping the mic, acting like do this, do that, say this, say that, like you want to swing on him right there in front. First of all, me personally, I would have said, say I kiss ass again. And if you bold enough to say I kiss ass, I'd have looked you straight in the eyes and said, you suck dick. And then what you gonna do? Nothing. But that's how it is, That's how it is.
I ain't got to go out back right now because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying
now you making it. Now you punking out. I ain't got to go out back because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. What does that mean? What does that mean? You ready to fight right now? I'm saying let's take it off the camera. But anyway, I ain't even trying to go there because they should not have been having that fight. They should not have been having two conversations. Either you're going to have an intellectual conversation or you're going to have a brawl. Okay? Schedule it with Dennis Sperling. Let Dennis Sperling host the match. Get you some gloves. I got my gloves right back here. Get you some golden gloves and get out there and step and square up and go toe to toe. Right? But the whole thing about, I'm going to put the mic down. I dare you say it right here in front of my face. And if you don't, then I'll punk you out. No, you didn't punk me out. I'm asking. I'm inviting you to your parking lot, bitch.
Shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like it,
if you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro. Nigga. I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
As long as you know, bro,
you not that tough.
Up. Cameras go off now. They came back. He probably opened up his bag and showed him that little black piece of metal. He said, look here, man. Clack.
Straight. Everything straight. Ain't nobody saying I'm sucking dick no more. Everything straight.
For sure. I got a question for bro, though.
And I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir.
He said what he said, so I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir. So question.
given that black people are on the Democratic plantation, what do you say about the use of Christianity to make slaves out of black people?
In what, today's time or historically?
Historically.
Yeah, absolutely. It was used in a negative way, but anything can be used in a positive or negative way. You can weaponize literally anything. Corporate America, for example. You can use the internet in order to push out propaganda, or you can use it to communicate effectively with the people. You can use money to manipulate people, or you can use it to help people. And so you can't just say that Christianity itself is used. The Quran is used.
Look at Corey's hand still shaking. Look at Corey still shaking.
On the person, and that's why we evaluate the person based off of their fruits instead of evaluating them based off of
Corey's still shocked.
Because everybody that calls himself a Christian.
Look at Corey's face, yo. Corey is still shook. Corey is still shook. He's like, oh my God.
Is not a Christian.
This nigga ain't scared of me.
I agree.
This nigga ain't scared of me. You see, listen, man. Fighting is interesting. That's all I'm going to say. It's not fun. It's actually a shitty day. It's painful. Even if you win, it's painful. Even if you win, you're still tired. You're still exhausted. You can't do it as long as you think. You got maybe 15, 20 seconds in you before you're ready to fucking pass out and take a nap. That's just the reality for most of us. I run 12 miles at a time. I still run marathons and shit, but I ain't trying to get into no fight with nobody, okay? And there's no guarantee of who is going to win. There is only a guarantee of who is afraid to fight. But now that you know, look at the look on Corey's face, yo. Now that you know this nigga is not afraid to fight me, this nigga is inviting me to the parking lot. His mind is imagining what the fuck would happen if I square up with this nigga who's 14 years younger than me in the motherfucking parking lot. That's what's going through Corey's mind right now. Oh shit. I ain't the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the goddamn room. Oh shit. I had to actually aggress on a female because I'm getting punked out by a male. I had to actually go off on Darlene to reassert my masculinity because Antoine is not backing off to my motherfucking wolf tickets. Look at him. Look at him. You see? He tried to make it look like I'm the man. I put the mic down and then you back down. When he didn't back down. He stood up and invited you to the parking lot, nigga. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. This is from OG Red Dog. But look at the look on my man Corey's face. And I'm telling you, I got a lot of respect for Corey. I'm not against Corey. I don't have a dog in this fight. I actually got 2 dogs in this fight. I respect both of these brothers, okay? But it is what it is. Corey, man. Yup. He's contemplating. He's contemplating, okay? He's contemplating. He's thinking about what is going to be the motherfucking outcome, okay? If this nigga's not afraid to go to the parking lot, let's just say I put the microphone down and bust him in his lip right here on camera. Then what? After that first bust, what is he going to come back with? You don't know. You don't know. And even if you're stronger than him and you got better fucking hands than him, he might get a lucky punch in. That's the way fights go, man. It's an event. And that's all what's going through Corey's mind right now. Look at his face.
Agree that the teachings of Jesus.
Look at his hand shaking.
Jesus are pure. However, in the hands of Caucasian white males.
That's not true, because I know some good Caucasian white men.
Jesus.
And I know some bad Caucasian white men.
Okay, so look, check this out. This is what I listen. Listen. This is what I'm saying. The reason I don't have a lot of people up here at the show is because I know a lot of people aren't initiated when it comes to talking to men of a certain mindset. And I don't believe you knew what you was doing when you said something about dick sucking, brother. I
apologize.
Okay. Hey, bro, I appreciate that.
I apologize.
I appreciate that because this...
That's some man shit. That's some man shit. That's some man shit. I gotta give it to you. Scratches. All right, that's some man shit because he did apologize. And yeah, sucking dick is beyond kissing ass, right? It's way beyond. It's answering a slap with a punch. He answered a slap with a punch. And that's because Anton also is trying to be the badass. He's also got that machismo. This is part of our culture. We're a race of alphas, right? But I don't want us to behave like Klingons on Star Trek. right? You gotta, everything is all about physical confrontation. No. Actually, this is a little bit too much testosterone for my liking for an intellectual debate. Way too much.
This ain't no show. The last thing I want to do is get into it with you physically. But I have a switch.
I do too. When I'm a man.
And I respect your switch. I respect
it too.
Okay, good. I'm glad, brother. It ain't no fake shit right here.
Absolutely, I'm with it.
That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be between men. Look at that hand being extended. Look at that hand being extended. That's the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way it was supposed to end. But unfortunately, there was still a lot of unresolved energy there. There's still a lot of unresolved energy because the basic philosophical issues that cause that energy are still there. The basic belief, the fundamental belief in himself as a victim is still part of Corey's core philosophy. The fundamental belief that toxicity is something that black people need to get away from with the quickness is ingrained in Antoine's philosophy. Okay? I agree more with Antoine's philosophy than with Corey's philosophy. I understand Corey's philosophy more than Antoine's philosophy because I come from there, right? And anyway, I understand Antoine's desire to cross the bridge because you are not going to tell me that you are street and I'm such a square, that you're so gangster and I'm such a nerd that I don't know how dangerous it is to talk to you in a certain way because I'm not savvy enough with the streets to be as scared of you as I'm supposed to be. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna dry sun me like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna sun me, and you definitely ain't gonna dry sun me like that. You know? But let's go. I appreciate it. It's a backhanded gesture of atonement, right? But it is nevertheless a gesture of atonement.
We straight. I respect your switch, brother. And I'm saying, a lot of people don't know the way I was brought up. You can't step to men like that. So I'm not checking you. I'm just trying to let you know that when we talk to each other a certain way, like if dick sucking is brought up, that's just like pissing on my shoes. So I'm saying like I could get back straight. When I said go in, it wasn't phony.
Listen, I get into it with my homies. I get into it with my brothers. I don't have two sisters. I got three brothers, and we scrap it out. I scrap with my nephews. It is what it is, and then we shake hands and we keep it moving. Once we have a disagreement and we get it out of our system.
See, Corey's thinking, hey man, just because you and your brothers and your cousins and your nephews fight, that's not the real kind of fighting that comes from the streets. No, man. Listen. That whole fear you think everybody is supposed to have of a street culture, it does not exist. That it was never legitimate. It was never legitimate. It was always toxic and destructive. The only reason it had any kind of fame to it is because another culture decided to grab onto it and make it something for movies and for record sales and all the rest of this bullshit. All right? But hey, a fight is a fight. It's a physical confrontation. And everybody has a human body with 10 knuckles, right? Or 20 knuckles. I don't know. How many knuckles you got? One, yeah, whatever. However many knuckles you got. 18, 16, whatever. That you can throw at each other. All right? Everybody has the same materials. And he's not afraid of you. Now, see, right now, you can see it again. Corey is still trying to be the alpha. He's still trying to think about, how can I be the alpha? I just gave this nigga a motherfucking, atonement, a conciliation, an apology, a backhanded apology, while calling him a punk, by saying I'm hood, I'm street, you're square, and you have never been experienced. You have never been exposed to a hood, street, gangster ass nigga like me, so you didn't know how offensive what you were saying, and I'm gonna give you a pass because you so fucking square and shit. No, man. No. He's not off of his mama's tit. You off of your mama's tit. That's why you still behave in such an emotionally reactionary way. But you can see on his face, he's still trying to win the situation. He's like, wait a minute. This nigga looks smarter than me because he is smarter than me. And the only way I can come out as the alpha dog from this table is to be the most macho, most masculine, and the most scary. And the nigga's not scared of me either.
So, if we good, then we good.
I'm good.
I'm with it. Let's get
He
to
ain't
the
good. Look at him.
That's why I tried to explain myself right there, because I'm like, this man probably don't even know.
He good. He's calling him.
My mind is set up.
He's calling him weak. He's
And
still trying to establish.
When people do things,
I'm
like
a gangster and you're not.
I call it backdooring on my show. When people throw that at you, it's a set off. And I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to get set off. I think I'm a lot more than somebody with name calling to get at me. But I'm saying, like,
but see, I don't believe you, Corey.
You got up and change your seat because somebody said some words to you.
Because you do the same shit that you feel offended by.
Really?
You do. Absolutely.
Give me an example.
You just did it. You said a lot of shit to me that I don't necessarily care about.
I ain't say nothing about dick sucking.
You pick and choose what's disrespectful because you're applying it to you. It's other people out there that don't take that shit.
Okay.
Ass kissing could be just as offensive as dick sucking. You shouldn't have even gone there with the emasculation. Don't even go there trying to emasculate. Just hear what the man is saying to keep it on topic.
Well, I'm glad you said that. So listen to me, Anton.
But hold on, let me say this last part.
Land.
But I get it. Because you don't know me. And I don't know you. So you don't know what I look at as disrespectful. And so as a result, I just let that shit ride. The only thing that ever triggers me is, and this is why I like to do shows in person. I told you before the show, I said I don't do no more live streams with people that I don't know. Did I not say that? Because I want to see them look in their eyes and see what's really happening, right? And the reason that is because the only thing that set me off is if somebody make it seem like they ready to do something. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's all right. Fuck the conversation.
Well, how about this? People may be ready to do something for whatever reason. They want to be ready to do something. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, in this world, they are trying to normalize men in dresses. They're trying to normalize a woman wearing a thong in front of a church gathering or whatever, right? And you know what I'm saying? I can handle whatever is happening out there, but I'm saying, like, I'm still standing on this. I'm standing on this. If a man walking up to me with some homosexual talk, like, I could take, I said this before, I could take a meeting at a brother like Tyler Perry's house because I know what's gonna happen if it go bad. The house gonna get tore up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough. I'm telling you, there's certain things that we as men cannot say to each other without clashing. And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies, man, suck a dick, everybody will get quiet that we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that? Because it's like, that's that homosexual talk. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? If it's one way to get a brother like me, I know brothers who are preachers that would put their religion down for that right there. That's all I'm saying, black man. That's all I'm saying. Listen.
That's where you at. So I'm gonna respect that.
Thank you, brother. I don't want no drama. I swear I don't want no drama.
Now, they shook hands again and they clarified each other again. And nobody punked the other one down.
My life is good.
Mine is too.
I believe you. My life is good.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't want you to come up here for that. It's just the simple misunderstandings that we as men can have. I think older black men like us need to make sure There are boundaries that simply can't be crossed when men are talking. And if you tell me a boundary, Anton, if you tell me a boundary, I promise you, I'm going to do my best.
That was the perfect opportunity for Anton to say, "Don't say I kiss ass, brother, and I won't say you suck dick." And let's go back to where we were before the whole shit went where it didn't have to go.
I'm not.
When I'm talking to Willie D don't like when you call him nigga. And I go out of my way not to call Willie D nigga because I look at him as a
I can't
man.
go with Willie too. For me though, I don't give a fuck about the talking. I don't have no boundaries. I don't care if a nigga say something about me. It is what niggas say shit like that all the time. Like that's the environment that we live in. I only care about my real life.
Can I ask you a question? You just said men talk disrespectfully to you in your face all the time.
No. You did not hear what I said. I said they do that shit all the time. You see it in the chat. You see it in the comments. All of that shit.
See, now he's trying to personalize it, and he's trying to say that Anton admitted that he's a punk. He's still trying to be the most macho. He's still trying to be the alpha dog of the table. And I understand, man. It's your show. It's your show, but you invited somebody who's smarter than you on your show, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't care about that shit. Right?
That's right, because that's for the internet.
Right. So when people say stuff, I don't take it personal because it's not a thing to me. It's just talk. The only thing I care about is what happened in real life. When I cut that shit off in real life, my life is great.
Right. Let me tell you something.
So my point is that I don't take nothing personal unless it gets personal, unless it gets physical. That's the only thing I'm up on. Anything else I can walk away from, I don't give a fuck about that. My life, I can walk away and I'm probably gonna never see that person again.
I understand. This is why the chat, I allow them, and in fact, I encourage them to be themselves in the chat. Because this is a computer screen. But one thing I will say about, this is to the youngsters especially, because they're the ones who really don't know. I'm talking about 35 and under. When you in a man's face, you have to watch how you talk to them, because face to face is a lot different than the computer. On the computer,
let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you.
You see, they shook hands twice. But now my man Corey is still trying to establish. He's still trying to establish that he's the alpha dog. He's still trying to establish that he's the top dog. He's trying to, but he knows that he cannot beat Corey on an intellectual level. So now he has to come and say, "I'm the one who's more street. I'm the one who's more authentically ghetto. I'm the one who's more authentically hood. I'm the one who's the most authentically gangster. I'm the one who's the one you got to be scared of. And the only reason you don't know you got to be scared of me is because you such a green ass. You so green, you don't even know how green you are." He's still trying. And Anton say, "Hey, look, man, I'm not even worried about words, man. You know, words bounce off of me and shit. That's why, I can answer a ass kiss with a dick suck, right?"
But if they're in my face saying that to me,
let me ask you a question.
It can go bad.
Why?
Another threat.
Question. Why do you get triggered if somebody says it to you? Like, what is it in you that gets bothered by a switch?
Okay, so listen.
Closet homosexuality.
To me, manhood is all we have left. You really got to understand this. Just give me a second to land on this.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
If we don't have our manhood, we ain't got nothing. So when a man walk up to you and say something flirtatious to you, when a man walk up to you and say something where he's challenging your manhood and things like that, trust me, I don't care how savage it may seem. When you dealing with a man, you can set a man off if you in his face and you saying things that are not. I'm not talking about somebody just saying anything. I'm talking about there are certain things, like I can't walk up to a man walking down the street with his wife and son and say, "Man, your bitch sick." I'll be like, wait a minute. Of course, by me being older, the last thing I want is drumming in the streets. But what I'm saying is, you can't disrespect men face to face. You can do it online, because it's easy to do it online.
Nope. See, that's where we disagree.
Okay, I want to hear this.
That's where we disagree, because you got to keep the same energy across the board. You can't pick and choose when you can disrespect somebody and when you can't disrespect somebody, and then pick and choose when you're going to react to somebody disrespecting you. You wrong, bro. You wrong as two left shoes. You're wrong, bro. I fuck with you because you are one of the most disrespectful, and stand on that shit.
But I want to understand what you're saying. Wait. When you say you can't disrespect people, what makes you explain that to me?
You got to keep the same energy across the board, bro.
I don't understand.
You can't say I'm going to disrespect you online, but then you can't do nothing in person.
Well, trust me.
I'm not
saying what you're wrong about, but listen. Talking to somebody in person is different than talking to somebody online. And if I'm so disrespectful, what do I do to be disrespectful online? Because you said I'm disrespectful online.
You just said out of your own mouth that you will be disrespectful online. Yes, I did. You just said that.
Disrespectful online?
You said you can disrespect. It's different if you disrespect somebody online versus doing it in real life.
No, I didn't say what I would do.
How is it different?
I said if somebody in the chat room is saying something disrespectful about me, I don't hold that against them because they're.
What about when you're talking about real people?
What do you mean?
If you comment on somebody and you give your opinion on real people.
Walmart hates when you do this, but they can't do a damn thing about it. There's this new battery-operated power washer.
I don't want to go back and forth. I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
Whatever I say online, giving an opinion of something is different than if I
said disrespectful. How can you determine whether or not somebody feels disrespected?
Well, feelings is one thing, man.
You felt some type of way?
Yeah, because ain't nobody finna stand in front of my face and talk to me like they on my level when it comes to homosexuality. Like that'll start a war.
We can agree to disagree. I think you're wrong, bro. I personally, I'm telling you directly, you're hypocritical.
Okay, well, you can say that. I don't think I'm going to win that argument with you now. But what I am saying to you, Anton, is when you are talking to men face to face, trust me when I tell you this, man, it's different than online. Face to face.
I'm the same person in real life as I am online. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Right? Anybody, listen, I go city to city. I'm not an online nigga, bro. Like, I create content online, but I really am out in every single city. I done visited almost every single state. I have real meetups in real life. I shake hands. I kick it with people in real life. And I go out there and kick it with the people. I'm not different online than I am in real life. People may think that because they may have never met me in real life, but I keep the same energy. I reciprocate. Or I'm willing to walk away unless it goes up. If it's going to go up, then it's just going to go up and we just going to figure it out from there. But the fact of the matter is, I don't switch up.
See, I'm not
going to talk about you online. Hold on. I'm not going to talk about you online. And then when I see you in real life, I'm going to be like, man, you know I'm just playing. I'm not that type of nigga.
Yeah,
either I fuck with you or I don't.
Street cred is dead. And Corey is trying to give credibility to street cred. He's trying to give credence to street credibility, right? And he's trying to still set himself apart as the alpha dog by saying, I'm more street than you, I'm more hood than you, I'm more gangster than you, and you're a phony, you're an internet person, and here you are in the face of a person saying the type of shit that you would say from behind your keyboard. And I don't think that's really what Corey's perspective is here.
But see, that's just one scenario, Anton. What I'm saying to you is this. This is what I'm saying to you. I ain't saying it to offset what you just said. I'm trying to talk to you now.
And I'm not a tough guy either.
I'm not either.
I'm not a tough guy.
I'm not a tough guy. I always want to perpetrate like I'm a tough guy. But what I'm saying is, when men standing between each other. There is energy that is being transferred. And trust me, when men disrespect each other face to face, motherfuckers can die.
I agree.
That's why when I'm talking to a man, especially face to face, I try to make sure I don't go over the line. And if I ever go over the line, I can apologize.
That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying and I agree with you.
Right.
Why is it only face to face? That's where we disagree at.
Well, anything I said, I would say in the face of a man that I said it about.
All right, well,
I don't go there to try to. I don't have to shock jock. Even though that's something that people say easily, oh, he's shock jocking. No. Anything I've said about anybody, I will say right to them if they said it in front of me. And I would like for somebody to research the internet on things I've said and show me that I wouldn't say something to somebody if they were standing there. The only thing I said I wouldn't say to somebody if they were standing there, because I saw Charles Barkley in the airport one day. And I realized how big he was when I saw him in the airport. Now, I've said things about Charles Barkley. If he was standing in front of me and he said, say that shit now, I'll be like, we black, man. Come on, let's calm down. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only one.
You know what the problem with this show today is? We gotta do a part two. Because we ain't talked about none of the shit that we supposed to talk about.
That's why we can't say dick sucking in front of each other, brother.
Well, I know that now, right? I get it.
And I appreciate you for giving me that, because that shit, I forgot. I'm still worried, because I don't live a life of getting into it with people.
Now, this was a golden opportunity for them to squash it all, like brothers, have some true atonement, and then go on to having the true conversation, the original conversation that they were supposed to have. Because it's not about dick sucking and ass kissing and whatever, but there's a lot of good political ground that these brothers need to cover, and they're not covering it. And that's the tragedy of this whole situation.
Corey, you pick on people that you think ain't gonna respond to you.
Now, give me an example.
And see, now he's got to call.
I need to lose weight fast, and come on, everybody's doing this.
But there's a much safer way to get rid of.
Corey, you pick your targets based off of what you think they ain't gonna do. And that's why you feel comfortable saying some of the wild shit that you say online.
But I asked you this, and I'm going to ask you again.
I'm not going to say
give me an example.
No, I'm not going to say no names.
You can't give an example.
No, I can. Well, please, because I don't want to implement nobody into this that, you know, that'd be bad. That's not a good thing. I like to speak.
Like you said, it sounds like babble.
But you know it's not babble. It's real. And you know it's real. That's why you're laughing.
I'm laughing at you because you didn't. I had to ask you twice so far.
You target on carefully.
And I said, give me an example.
You pick your targets carefully. Very carefully.
So you can't give me an example
because
that's the third time.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
You tiptoed around Dave Chappelle.
You talking about the last time I said something about it?
You tiptoed around Dave.
I'll give you that.
You tiptoed like a ballerina.
But now I'm gonna give you that. But what did I tiptoe about?
You would not have did that shit on a regular motherfucker. You know that Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special was not it.
And I tiptoed around it.
And you tiptoed around it because you didn't want the smoke.
I did.
Overall. And you pick and choose your targets carefully.
I didn't want the smoke.
No, because you didn't want the backlash.
Okay, but look, let me say this. Because you brought
my face with that shit.
I did tiptoe around how I really feel with the last special. Because I'm not gonna lie. It was everything that I said the time before when I spoke about it. Hot trash. No jokes. And in the future when people watch it, they don't know him like we know him now in this culture, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I give you that. I did tiptoe around his special. And you know what?
And
I can live with that.
And
I can live with that. But what else? I ain't trying to think of nothing else. But I'm saying, I think that was kind of.
And
you found a way to bring into it.
I love you, Darlene.
Come on,
I love
don't
Craig.
bullshit me.
But they will not call you out on your bullshit and challenge you.
Now you tried to turn.
No. You asked me for the feedback. I didn't volunteer it. You forced me. I said, you know what? I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Then you said, okay, well, Anton, go ahead and keep on naming names and let's get to it. Okay, well, let's get to it then if that's what you want to do.
Well, how about this? Let me. Can I
Because
respond to that?
Darlene is real chill, and she not gonna cause no friction, and Craig is happy to be here.
Okay, so can I say something about that?
But see,
If you don't cut me off.
I don't give a fuck because I'm rich too, so I'm cool. I got my own movement, I got my own motion, so I can tell you the truth. And I think that you also surround yourself with people that will not challenge you because you big dog to them.
Okay.
You big bro.
Okay, so let me say this since you brought up Darlene and Craig. Let me say this. You don't know our relationship. But
I know what
I'm doing more teaching. I'm doing more teaching
He's bragging about the fact that he's boning Darlene.
on some real street level shit that I thought I would have had to do. But listen to me, Anton. You don't know me and her relationship?
I'm listening.
Maybe the reason you don't get the results you want from her is because there's a certain level of respect that comes from me and her relationship. That's what I'm saying. You don't know, brother. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about
you speaking on her.
I'm not talking about you talking about her. I'm talking about when there's certain subjects that come up on your show.
We done argued on the air a million times.
Man, come on, bro.
I'm just saying.
Corey, sometimes you be on bullshit. Nobody call you out on it.
Now I'm trying to teach you, but I don't think you're catching it.
Okay, I'm gonna observe.
You don't know my relationship with this woman. You don't know. So when you see it online and speak on what you see online, you can't really speak from factual things that are happening in the world, Anton.
Okay.
So I'm saying.
Humble bragging on his dick.
Yeah. So and with Craig, I don't know why motherfuckers say Craig don't have a backbone around me. Cause one thing I say that Craig beat most motherfuckers' ass I know. I see motherfuckers don't be fighting Craig. I see motherfuckers don't run up on him with that bullshit quick. The motherfuckers who I seen ran up on Craig way bigger than Craig. So the obvious needs to be said because I believe that there's a lot of people who don't know the obvious, and I can't teach you that in an episode. But I'm saying, like, if you ever see me around any woman, Anton, if you see me around any woman, trust me, dues been paid, homie. And I can't say it no other way better than that. Dues been paid. That might not be something you'll catch. I'm saying this for the streets. Dues been paid, homie. Trust me, man. Trust me. I don't be around just anybody. I can't let any type of woman just come with me and be connected to me in no way. I don't like that. If you around me, it's a reason you around me. And I'm saying, like, I don't know if I could graduate you to that next level of the conversation. And that ain't no disrespect to you. But I'm saying, like, you see somebody around me, I ain't just got anybody around me. Dues been paid, homie. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying that tough either. I'm just trying to say it in a way where I hope you can understand. Yeah. Okay. So anybody around me, dues been paid. I don't let anybody around me. If you around me and dues ain't been paid, I'm trying to get away from you. Because I don't know you. And ain't no dues been paid, so I don't know you. I don't know you.
And we spoke right
Got
before
a
the show.
question for Anton.
What happened?
No, I'm not talking about.
No, I understand.
You get me?
I got that. I got that. But in my case too, whenever I choose to speak up or challenge him on anything or tell him, look, I don't agree with that or what have you, I won't keep delving into it because I don't see the point, because I know at a certain point with men like you at your age, there's not going to be any change. So why? I don't even bother with it. I
Corey,
just,
Corey ain't even thinking about what Darlene is saying. Corey is still miffed at the fact that Anton is not scared of him. And he's still trying to figure out a way that he can be the dominant at the table, that he can be the alpha dog in the situation. It is his show after all, and Antoine is an intelligent brother. And Corey is coming from a perspective, a cultural perspective, that supposedly doesn't even appreciate intelligence. You see?
I might say, I don't like that. I don't agree with that. And then if they want to continue, I'm not for it.
I'm with you.
That's it. I just don't like. I don't do that. I got way more important fish to fry. And I thought, I'm not going to change this man's mind on stuff, so I just don't even bother. That's it.
But another thing about the ladies, since we talking about this, see, whenever I see a woman with a man, most of the time, if it ain't your wife, I already say to myself, what is this fuck shit?
Okay, all right.
Why
So
is
now, after that long contemplation that you saw he just had, now he realizes there's no way I'm gonna walk away looking smarter than this nigga. There's no way I'm gonna walk away. There's no way I'm gonna walk away from this table looking like I punked him out because I put the microphone down and he stood up and invited me out to the parking lot. So he's not scared, and I don't even know if I want to fight this nigga because he might actually be able to fight and shit. We can't really connect on anything intellectual because, let's face it, Corey, he gonna make you look stupid, man. You're not a guy. You don't present yourself as the kind of guy who likes to read a lot, right? Read books and so forth. And so he figured, well, now I'm gonna go total bitch mode, and I mean bitch mode, and I'm on a dry rap on him, fucking his girl Mika. And this is some fucking bitch shit. Look at him. Look at his eyes. So now he's ratting to Corey's wife. He's ratting on his show. He's ratting on Corey. He's ratting on Anton. He's ratting on Anton for fucking Mika to Antoine's wife through his show. Cause he's sour, cause he's mad. Cause he's mad because he couldn't punk him. He's mad because he couldn't punk him. And he's mad because he's intellectually inferior to Anton. And like I said, man, I appreciate both of these brothers. I really appreciate both of these brothers and respect these brothers equally. But this particular situation went down the way it went down. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the streets with you. That's how I feel about life. So I'm saying, like, that might be a prejudice that I have. I can admit, if a woman is in the streets with a man, what is this?
Why? Why do you care about that? Why is that meaningful to you?
No, it's not that I care at all, because it's not my business. But I'm saying,
but wait.
Step to me with a woman.
Either it's your business or it's not. And if you saying fuck is this, then you're making it your business. And if you're saying fuck is this and you being concerned about an appearance, then you obviously care. You're talking out both sides of your neck, Corey.
Woman, and it ain't his wife, all I do is say to myself,
you mean like checking you?
Not checking me, brother. I'm saying, like, if a man has a woman with him,
okay,
and you know what I'm saying?
He's trying to rap.
It's not
He's
his
ratting
wife.
on her.
I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's all across the board as I've gotten older and wiser. If a man...
What is this, Saudi Arabia? You don't think a man's wife knows if he has a relationship with some other woman? The fuck that got to do with what?
And if a man got a woman with him and he say, hey, hold on, man, how you doing? This is my lady, so-and-so, it makes me say, okay, this is his lady. That's what that is. But I'm saying, like, if a man is in the streets with a woman, sitting next to a woman, and all like this, whatever, and this bitch ain't been explained, I'm like, hold on, what the fuck is this sucker shit? Especially if it's imposed in any way. That's what I'm saying, G. And I know you know what I'm talking about, because you ain't finna act like you ain't smart. You smart than a motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if somebody introduces you, if somebody took the time,
I don't know what he's talking about.
If somebody actually walks in and takes the time to introduce you to somebody, that's being imposed on. I'm like, oh.
There's people in the chat say, what is Corey talking about? All the uninitiated don't know what I'm talking about.
Don't introduce me to confused, but especially if I know that person.
This is what I know.
I
This is
think
what I am. I admit that I am a C student.
I know you've been thinking about partnering with Plenty to Expect SEO to take your online marketing to the next level.
In what? In
life. And everything.
Okay.
The Democrat plantation is a matriarchy, yo. It's a matriarchy. It is a gynocracy. It's run by women. So when Corey got to the point of realizing that he wasn't going to punk Anton and that he definitely wasn't going to be more intelligent than Anton because he's simply not, and that really Anton made him look bad on his own show. He lost on his own show to get back like a little bitch. Corey decided to get him in trouble with his mama. You see, I'll show this nigga. I'm going to tell his wife he's fucking somebody else. Huh. I bet your wife will see this show. I'm going to get you in trouble. This nigga, I can't believe. Of all the bitch ass motherfucking, why you even had to bring up the bitch? Why you have to bring up, oh, Corey, man. The G code, man. You didn't, oh, man, I'm sorry, bro. That was bad, Corey.
In school and everything, I'm a C student. So the way I like to do it is, I like for people to break it down to me like a C student. Help me to understand like I'm barely graduating. Break it down to me like a little child. The way that you would talk to a child, talk to me.
Right.
And the fact that you would even pivot to such without a segue, with no segue. Because Darlene is a woman, and because a woman started talking, and all of a sudden you think that's a segue, so you could try to tell on him to his mama at home. Only a Democrat nigga would even think like that. Because y'all come from a matriarchy. You come from a gynocracy. Okay? And the woman is the one who controls you.
That's why I like to do it. And it's easier for me to digest it.
I like that you said that, but see, I'm at a stage of the game. I ain't got time to talk to kids.
Why not?
I don't got time to talk to kids. My kids grown, and I'm saying like if they ask me to go to the school and speak to the children, I would tell the children to do what's right. Because I know that's what they're supposed to do. I'll be like, listen, do what's right. Whenever you get that feeling like you're doing something wrong, then, step back and do what's right. That's what I would tell kids. That way I would be able to speak from the heart.
So you're one of those do what I say, not what I
do. No.
Let
me tell you what my translation of that is. Uh-huh. This is my translation of that. I don't want to substantiate my argument, or I don't want to break it down to where you'll actually understand it, because you may be able to break down what it is that I'm saying. So I choose to only speak in riddles.
Right.
And I also want to speak in parables.
He just wanted to rattle you.
Then I can say, well, if you don't know, you don't know. You don't get it.
He just wanted to tell your wife. He's just telling your wife.
I might know exactly what you're talking about. But I might act like I don't know what you're talking about because I want you to substantiate your argument. So that's what I stand on. But that's why I say break it down to me like a C student, so that I can truly understand exactly what you're talking about.
Right. So look, what you said, you said you don't, but what you said in there, that was the key word. You act like you don't know. And I know you act like you don't know, brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just said it. Believe me, you said it.
Still laughing?
Feel silly. He said, really trying to, look, it was an intense moment in here, Anton, and
he is trying to infer. Now, when you talk about, I'm a hypnotherapist, right? In addition to being a neurofeedback clinician, I'm a hypnotherapist, right? And when you study hypnotherapy, you learn people's suggestibility, how they hear things, the type of their hearing language, as well as sexuality, not being physical sexuality, but the way you project communication outwardly into the world. And there are two dynamics when it comes to suggestibility and sexuality. One is that certain people are inferential and certain people are direct. In other words, certain people respond well to direct communication, and certain people respond well to inferential communication. The difference between whether a person is primarily inferential or direct in their suggestibility orientation has a lot to do with how they were raised. The primary parent, usually the mom. And if you were raised with narcissism, if you were raised, in a society where you were constantly trying to guess what your primary parent wanted or was feeling so that you could satisfy or please them, then you tend to be an inferential person. And in the words of Kappas, the father of modern hypnosis, the inferential people fill the offices of psychologists and psychiatrists all over the world. And if you had a parent that was not a narcissist and would come and explain to you after they spanked you, or really cared and taught you to value and honor yourself as a human being, then you tend to be a direct person, right? You tend to be a person who responds more positively to direct communication and not to inferences. And this is the argument that we see taking place right now between Antoine and Corey. Corey is being inferential. Corey was raised in a matriarchy. Corey is a leftist, probably raised by a single mom, probably raised in a situation with a narcissistic single mom. It's not uncommon in African American culture. I mean, it is what it is. Black American culture, pardon me. And through business and through life and through sheer individuation, it seems as though Antoine has learned to be more direct. And Antoine is now inviting Corey to say what you're saying like a man. Be direct. That's how I am. I'm a very direct person. That's why, I tend to be alone, because a lot of people can't handle direct communication. Say what you're saying directly. And what Corey is doing is he's once again mimicking his mama, mimicking his leftist, feminist, Democrat mama. And he's being inferential, because what he really wants to do, what he's really trying to do here, he's already compromised his manhood. He's already fucking tucked his own tail between his legs. So what he's doing now is he's trying to rat on Anton to his wife. He's ratting to Anton's wife that Anton bought Mika there, and that he's inferring, it's inferential, he's inferring that Anton is having an extramarital affair with his wife simply because he brought her to go on to the show.
We trying to make it where it is professional. We trying to make it where it ain't what everybody said might be or whatever the fuck. Because I ain't with all that. I ain't got to go to war with no man who visited our show and probably didn't understand one thing, how I was thinking, and I probably didn't understand one thing, how he was thinking.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show, y'all.
You funny, man. You funny. If I wasn't gonna have you back on the show, I wouldn't have shook your hand. I hope you believe that. When I caught myself, I was like,
you know what I'm doing right now, Phil? I'm putting pressure on him to get me back on the show.
But it ain't working like
by
that.
saying that he's not going, because
it ain't gonna work like that. But I'm saying,
Corey don't like this, dog. He don't like this.
Yep.
Corey don't like it. Why you talking to that man over there?
Because I gotta talk to Phil. I'm talking to Corey through Phil. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Here's the thing.
Them the games when niggas get into fights. I'm telling you, this is how it jump off.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show.
Wait, what's this box?
Remember that survey I filled out? They actually said something.
What? What happened? Did they actually take it offline? This is incredible. Did Corey actually take the show down?
Don't worry about today's off.
Did Corey actually take the show off of his channel?
Family, the good thing about the internet.
Wow, this is incredible. Let's try this again. Let's try this one more time. No, he actually took the video down. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. Was it something I said? Let's do it again. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's try to find this show again. All right, act right demonstration. Let's get back
on the show. Because Corey is not having fun right now. This is Corey. This is going to be one of Corey's best shows, but he's not having fun right now. And Corey seems to be a feeler. I'm more of a results-driven guy. Corey seems to be the type of person that goes off how he feels.
If you notice, I'm doing a lot of explaining to you about how the line can get crossed, but you're doing a lot of telling me what I am. I think that's homosexual behavior.
I said Corey seems to be, meaning that I'm leaving open the door to get corrected. I want him to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still want the freedom to be able to give my opinion. So you don't want me to give my opinion?
You can have the freedom, brother. Why does I look like trying to take freedom from you?
No. I'm starting to feel some type of way, bro, because why is everything homosexual to you?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like,
when did the conversation turn into homosexuality again?
Okay, I'm gonna let you land. Because I don't want to talk over you.
I'm trying to understand it. Why is everything gay?
I can explain it. Okay, go ahead. Maybe I'm not saying that you're gay, but what I'm saying is, if you looking at another man and you say you talking to me through another man, if I'm a man, I'm gonna say, well, I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not getting it.
You still talk about me, homie. This is a gay conversation.
It's not.
When you talking to men who playing riddles and stuff like that, I'm telling you.
You ain't talking to riddles.
You ain't never been to jail, have you?
Hell no, I ain't never been to jail.
I can tell. You
been to jail?
No.
So what the fuck that mean then?
So
I'm just saying, like, if you went.
Wait. If you could tell he never went to jail and you never went to jail, then what is the point of even saying that?
To jail, they would have to start you over from scratch.
What would they do to you?
The people who
would be the tough one.
No. Just let me land with this. The people
I don't think from a jail perspective, nigga. I'm not a jailbird. I'm never going to jail.
I see what you can't say what you'll never do, but I'm saying.
never going to jail, bro.
Well, okay.
I don't even have any. Dog, I don't even like that type of energy.
I'm just trying to make a point.
Got a point.
What I'm saying is, I have been around enough people who have been institutionalized where I know how to carry myself around men who not finna play with you.
Here we go again where I'm so street, I'm so hood, I'm so gangster, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. As though that's the most valuable aspect of black culture, is to be down with prisoners and miscreants and uneducated dumb motherfuckers and shit. And that gives you cred. That makes you a real brother. Come on, man. This shit is so played, man. Corey, you're embarrassing yourself. You're trying to dry rat on Anton to his wife like a bitch. And at the same time, you're trying to talk about how gangster you are. You're trying to call Anton out on having never been incarcerated when you've never been incarcerated. He's making you look stupid. You're getting the floor mopped with your ass now. You need to just get back on the subject and let Anton school you on the political topics that you guys were already set out to talk about. Because now you're still trying to make it into machismo versus homosexual versus you can't say this around me, you can't do this around me. Like a bunch of fucking Klingons, right? Like a bunch of Klingons, right? Right? I got to be so concerned at your inability to control your emotions that it tapers the way I speak to you, and it tempers the way I speak to you, and so that means that what? That you command more respect than me because I gotta watch what I say around you, and I can't even educate you, big dumbass. Sad.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't hang around niggas that have been to jail, so I saw for it that way. The way you saw for it is a little bit different than the way I saw for it.
Okay.
So I choose not to hang around niggas that's been institutionalized, that had to carry themselves a certain way because they made the decision that they wasn't supposed to make.
And you know, it shows that you've been around people that ain't seen the other side of the game. Because some of the smartest men I know they've been to college and gave that time up. And it was actually a learning process for them. But they still got to stand 10 toes down when they out here, Anton. I don't believe that you tried to disrespect me now that I've been talking to you. I don't believe that. I believe that you are the way you are. I am the way I am. And it can clash if people are not educated on how to be around each other because men can go to war. He's on a misunderstanding.
You kiss the ass of Caucasian white men is an emasculinization. You are emasculinizing the man. You're making him less masculine. You are subjugating him. You are putting him down. You are ridiculing him. He answered a slap with a punch and said, if I kiss ass, you suck dick. And now you mad.
I'm an intellectual shot right now.
What am I doing?
So without saying it, he's basically saying, oh, you from a different space, so you don't get the way that we move over here.
Over here or anywhere in the United States of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians. Understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other because it can trigger war. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens when it happens. I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. Maybe you walked into something that you wasn't expecting.
I don't go with.
Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe. But I tell you what, that's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was gonna happen like that fast. That's why.
So now
I try to walk under the code.
So now you're threatening the man's life? Really?
No, you don't. And that's why I said,
I don't want to go?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world is hypocritical. What are you talking about?
You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here's the truth.
Ever wondered what wild plant can provide a complete meal and was a lifesaver during tough times?
Brother,
now, Anton, we got to come in on you for this, all right? Because what Anton said was right, and what he did was deliberate. And he did come there with an agenda, and he did come with it. He did know that Corey was going to be on the bravado tip. He was going to be on the gangster hood. I'm more real, I'm more down, I'm more authentic, and all of that bullshit. And he was going to deliberately try to trigger him. And of course he took it too far when he said suck dick. Of course. We all know that suck dick is not the same as kissing ass. We all know that. Of course he took it too far. And he took it too far specifically to trigger that response that he got out of Corey. Corey, why is it so easy for another human being to manipulate you by your emotions? And then you are explaining that, oh, where I come from, that the man, talk about it, niggas have been to prison. Okay, niggas been to prison. And then he goes, oh, well, no, I'm talking about black man, white man, Chinese man, Mexican man. Really? 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 Now you talking about all these other people too, all over the world? No, man, you're talking about ghetto culture, you're talking about prison culture, and you're trying to make yourself look more alpha than Corey. You know you don't match him intellectually, brother. You know you don't match him intellectually, brother. And I'm not saying you're stupid, right? Because being a comedian is something that requires a lot of fucking intelligence, man. A lot of intelligence. You're not stupid. You're not stupid by a long shot, right? But in this particular instance, man, yo, my man got you beat intellectually, okay? You went around and said, try to buck up with the say this again, say that again, put the microphone down, and he's asking you to step outside. If you want to have a fight, you put the microphone down, and that means you want to fight. If you want to fight, the fight should more appropriately happen in the parking lot away from the YouTube cameras, so that you guys can come back, patch up your wounds, and continue having your YouTube career. So is he less macho than you because he was not willing to crash out and throw away his YouTube career? And you were? Because he was not self-destructive? Because he was not stupid? That makes him less black. If a fight is what you wanted, he invited you to a fight out in the parking lot. Right? And you couldn't. So, you know you couldn't beat him on balls. You knew you couldn't beat him on brains. You turned around and ratted on him to his wife. You just ratting on him to his wife like a straight up bitch. You think his woman is in charge of him because you come from a matriarchy. You're a Democrat. You come from a leftist matriarchy where the women or the woman is in charge. So you figure you get him up, you'll tell his mama. You'll tell his mama he brought a girlfriend to your show. And that didn't work. And he's trying to tell you to spell it out. But you don't have the balls to do that. And now you're going back to the monkey shit, talking about, oh, well, you know, you can't say certain things in front of a man, and you don't know that because you green and I'm not green. No, you not. Nigga, you ain't hard. You ain't gangster. You ain't tough. You can't fight. You ain't smart. You kind of lost this one, brother. You taking an L.
Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all why I like this chat.
Everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I told y'all I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can talk about it right now. I got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to Asian male. Shout out to the Asian shit on. I'm not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shit on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face. To your face.
You careful shitting on me because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
You shitted on me to my face, but that shit leads to some danger.
Will we please stop
Trust me.
The tough talk. I got security, you got security.
I ain't got security. They're my people.
Cool.
You gotta hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody.
You better. How you be talking?
Stop talking.
This is the moment where Corey realizes that he lost. He realizes that he lost, so he's trying to buck it up to a physical confrontation again.
Stop talking. Homie, you just said that.
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so...
You said you disrespected me in my face. And then you act like you was all good.
I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I'm telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologize when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected...
How you gonna punk somebody out who already invited you out to the parking lot twice?
You don't
accept the apology because you still talking about everybody else except yourself and white men. I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing the conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended?
We just not talking about me. It sounds like I'm arguing with you.
Because I'm right.
I be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time.
Bitch. Nah, emasculinization. Once again, you gotta try to emasculate this motherfucker, man. Why?
Be gone. No. That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way. Because I just proved my point. Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. You just gone, man. You gone. I'm not legit. You done did this before. You just your ass. Hey, homie, get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch. I got shit to do. Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on.
Ratting again.
Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch.
That's what you call a chimp out.
Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to. Cake ass nigga. And go get you a bodyguard, cause nigga be slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door.
You see, there you go. Now see, that is what you call an L. That's a loss, man. That's a crash out. This nigga crashed out. He crashed out. Okay? That's what it is. Now, did Anton antagonize him? Yeah, he did. Did Anton trigger him? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I'm smarter than Anton. Corey's not smarter than Anton. Anton couldn't have done that to me. But then again, I wouldn't have come at Anton with some street shit. I'd come at Anton with the logic of the Black American Party. And we'd have a political conversation as was designed, as was intended for that conversation. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, there's a lot of talk on the internet about what happened there. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Anton. All right, we'll give me a little shoulder, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, while we're here, while I got you guys here, we got to see this clown here, right? Oh my God. Have you guys seen this Black Panther Party nonsense, man? So let's see if we can find the original Black Panther Party video. Oh my God. Yeah, let's see what this fool is about. Yeah, so evidently there is someone trying to represent the Black Panther Party, and I really don't want you guys to get too sidetracked with this bullshit, but evidently there is a
underserved. Now recently,
evidently there is a very, very big orchestrated effort to get foundational Black Americans involved in the anti-ICE drama that's going on all around this country. And, thankfully, most Black Americans are too smart to get pulled into it. ICE ain't our problem, unfortunately. We do have compassion for all people, but we're not the soldiers of the world. And we're not the refuse of America. We are Americans. We are American citizens. The vast majority of Black Americans are more American than the vast majority of white Americans. The vast majority of white Americans arrived, after World War II, I believe, or somewhere around that time. And the vast majority of Black Americans have been here since before 1776. So to think because there is some allegedly shared identity as minorities or something like that, that means that Black people are supposed to take up a fight against people. And the interesting thing is the dynamic of the relationship between immigrants and Black people has taken a profound shift over the past 10, 12 years. which was, of course, accelerated by the massive immigrations that took place during the Biden administration. But let's see what these people are talking about. They call themselves the new Black Panther Party. Actually, that's not the video I wanted to watch, but we'll look at this one first.
I hold my gun like this is law. Philadelphia Chronicle 6108 says I can hold my arm on the this kid my finger on the trigger tonight. Don't ask me to do nothing against the law. Can I help you?
You know, there's something powerful about knowing your rights, especially when you come from a community that's been historically over-policed, overlooked, and underserved. Now recently, in Philly, a video started circulating showing a group of officers using what looked like excessive force on a young black boy. And when things like this happen, it always brings up the same questions. Was it necessary? Who's holding these officers accountable? And most importantly, who's protecting our people? Well, this time, the community didn't just stay silent. The Black Panther Party pulled up, and not just with weapons in hand, but with wisdom, presence, and purpose. They made it known. We see you. We know our rights, and we're not backing down. Now, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I get it. No, I wanted to see the video where the guy is clowning and talking all of that smack. I can't really find it, but I guess a lot of people have already seen it. You know, I think they took it down because it sounded like he was making threats against the police. I like this brother's video. Actually, I think maybe we can watch that because I saw this one yesterday, and it will show through this other video.
So if I turned off Ada tomorrow, I would need to double my support team.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of the window. Safe fly and repair, safe fly and replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party was self-defense. We're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now. You dig?
You dig? So evidently, this agent was assigned to play the role as the new Huey Newton, light skinned, I guess, black. I don't know. Got some curl in his hair. I guess I don't know. But you know, now he brought back the vernacular, so he had to go watch some old black and white videos of Huey Newton, and he seems to be kind of imitating the way he speaks. Imitating the way he speaks to the police, and now he's using 1970s vernacular, like, you dig? And we're not supposed to see through that, right?
Bigger guns, we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care of them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means if shotgun shells shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got.
Can you believe this? They're trying to drag black Americans into this anti-ICE drama using weapons, big weapons. Okay.
Serving the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people will do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
And you already know.
Can you believe that? You know, this brother's probably going to say, not probably, definitely going to say a lot of the same things that I'm saying. So I don't really want to rehash that video. Shout out to the brother, man. Introvert rock star. Peace out, man. I did see this video yesterday. It's a very good video. But this isn't like a reaction to yours. I just wanted to talk about what the hell is going on with this Black Panther nonsense, man. This is really incredible. Let me switch over here. Yeah, you know, needless to say, Don't do it. Don't go threaten the cops. Don't go out in the street. Don't go protest. Don't go threaten ICE. Don't try to escort people down the street. Don't try to open carry rapid fire or semi-automatic shotguns. Don't wear a bullshit afro. I really don't know, but don't do any of the things that you saw that guy do, and don't pay any attention to anything that anybody is saying about the Black American Party. All right. So you're not here to fight the Crips. You're not here to fight the Bloods. You're not here to fight the Vice Lords. You're not here to fight the Gangster Disciples. You're not here to fight the Latin Kings. You're not here to stop the flow of crack. You're not here to stop the flow of fentanyl. You're not here to open up the free breakfast program and feed the kids. No, you're not here to do any of that. You're not here to stop the degradation of Black American culture in rap music and in media. No, you're not here to do that. You're here to shoot ICE agents because you're Black American. And the ICE agents aren't even looking for Black Americans. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that one, Mr. Motherfucking Puerto Rican Panther or whatever it is that you call yourself. This is really a trip. I really don't know what to say about that. So anyway, shout out to the new Black Panther Party. Oh, I'm not a real shout out. There you go. To the new Black Panther Party. Anyway, I hope you guys. I think that's about it, man. I've been on this sucker. Been sitting here for a while. I'm getting hungry. I just had breakfast and I'm getting hungry. I think I should go run. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I had to go live. I'm in the middle of cleaning up, as you can see. Getting ready to go to Reno. I'm going to be in Reno. Probably going to be in Arizona the next week and Northern California. I'm going to be in Hawaii for about a month. Anyway, stay kind, as you guys know, because kind is not only the new sexy, kind is the only sexy. Stay blessed and stay healthy, right? Stay intelligent. I really do appreciate you guys joining me and, watching this with me. Shout out to Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. Much love and much respect to both of you. All right. Work it out. Corey, you my man, but you lost, brother. You lost this one, man. You lost this one, man. You kind of chimped out, and you shouldn't have chimped out. Anyway, I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye, man. All right, man.